A little bear cub was playing near his cave one day when he came across a beehive hanging from a tree branch. He had never seen anything like it before and decided to investigate. The more he sniffed it, the more curious he became. What was inside that beehive? Was it food? He just had to find out. So he reached out a paw and poked it. As soon as he touched it, though, a swarm of angry bees flew out and chased him away. The little cub ran back to his cave, still curious but a little scared of those angry bees now, too. But he couldn't stop thinking about what was inside that beehive. His mother had told him stories about bees before, how they sting if you touch them and how they live in these things called beehives. She had even told him that they make something called honey, which is sweet like berries and tastes even better than berries. The thought of sweet, yummy honey made the little cub even more curious. He thought about sneaking up on the beehive when his mother wasn't around. But then he remembered what had happened when he had touched it before. All those angry bees flying around him, chasing him all the way back home.
No, that's not a good idea.
Then he got an idea. Maybe if he asked his mother, she would get the honey for him. That's exactly what he did. He went out looking for her and found her catching fish by the river. "Mom, can you get me some honey, please?" he asked her. "Why do you want honey?" she asked him, her eyes on the fish she was trying to catch. "I saw a beehive today, and I think it would taste so good," the cub said, his mouth watering at the thought. "Don't you know that touching a beehive or a bee will get you stung?" his mother asked him, finally catching a fish and bringing it back to their cave.
Yes, I know, but I don't want to be stung, the cub said,
following her back to their cave.
"Can't we just ask the bees nicely if we can have some honey? Please, 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 Mom." The mother bear sighed. Her son was such a handful sometimes. All right, I'll get you some honey," she said, knowing it was no use arguing with him. When they got back to the beehive, the mother bear had an idea. She was a big bear, bigger than any bee, and she didn't really have anything to fear from them. She was going to try to knock the beehive out of the tree and into her paws. Then she would take it back to their cave and the bees would be able to follow her. She took a deep breath, then charged at the tree with the beehive. She hit the tree with all her might, but the beehive didn't fall. It was stuck fast to that tree branch. The bees inside were very mad that someone was trying to destroy their beehive and they started stinging the mother bear. She screamed in pain and ran away, the little cub following behind her. They stayed in their cave for the next few days, and the mother bear's wounds began to heal. She was glad that her cub hadn't been stung. And although he didn't get any honey that day, he did learn a valuable lesson. Sometimes what you want isn't as easy to get as you might think. But there was a happy ending to this story, because after a few days, the mother bear went out to look for some berries and brought back a whole pile of them. And guess what? They tasted even sweeter than honey. From that day on, the little cub wasn't so obsessed with getting honey. He learned that other foods could be just as sweet, and that being a little curious doesn't always mean getting hurt. Sometimes it means a sweet surprise. The end.